Supercharge your SharePoint document management with Copilot Studio. Learn how to create document sets and upload multiple files dynamically using a Copilot agent. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today in this video, I'll show you a very interesting demo. In this video, I will show how to create a document set in a SharePoint document library and how you can upload multiple documents at a time inside the document set, dynamically using the Copilot Studio agent. This demo will be a complete end-to-end project. So let's get started with the demo. Then I'll explain the process and how I've developed it. As I previously mentioned, this will serve as a comprehensive package for your project. You can use this video as a guide to swiftly create a similar agent. Before getting into it, let's look at the prerequisites. You should have a document library. This is my document library. But before that, you need to create a document set content type, and before that, go to the site collection features. From there, you need to activate this document sets feature. Because I want to create a document set type, content type in my site. That content type I will use for the document set creation. By the way, what is document sets? It provides the content types required for creating and using document sets. Create a document set when you want to manage multiple documents as a single work product. Right, so already I have activated this feature. You must activate this feature, otherwise you will not get the document set. Content type, while you're going to create a new content type. Right, now I'll go to my Site Content Types from the Web Designer Galleries. Click on this Site Content Types link. This will take you to Content Type Gallery, where you can create a new content type. Name your content type. Select as existing category. Then select Document Set Content Types. You will not get this option until you have activated the Document Sets feature I just showed you. So once you activate it, then only you will get Document Set Content Types here. You need to select Document Set Content Types. Category, then again select Document Set Content Types as a parent category. And finally, for the content type, select Document Set. Already I have created this document set, then you need to go to your document library where you want to configure this document set content type you just created. For that, your document library must have this. Allow management of content types enabled. So I already did that. Right? Once you enable this configuration, you will be able to add new content type. Now click on this Add from Existing Site Content Types. Then select your Document Set Content Types filter. And then you will get your custom document set content type and that you need to add in your content types list. I've already done that, and that's how I could see my content type. This is my custom document set content type. Then you need to get the content type ID. To get that, open this content type link from your document library. Then go to the URL of that, and at the last, you can see C type equal to whatever the value you see is the content type ID. You just need to copy this. You need this while you will work with the Copilot Studio Create New Document Set tool. Now I'll go to my agent and quickly explain it. This is my Copilot Studio agent. Let me give you the demo first. Then I will explain each step. So remember till now whatever I explained. We need a document library. We need a document set type, content type, and the document set content type ID. These three things from SharePoint. Now let's go to this demo, and then I will explain each part. I will start chatting with my agent. I'll just say hi. This is my document library, and we can see there is no document set except a folder. Here my agent will create document set. I will say, Create this document set. Test 001. Hit the Enter key. First, it will try to see whether this document set is present in that document library. If not, it will create. Otherwise, it will say already this document set is available there. As this test 001 is not available, my document set has been created successfully, and this is the location, and I can show you. Refresh this page, and you will see a new document set. This document set just got created a few seconds ago. Now I am asked, would you like to upload files into this newly created document set? All files will be uploaded to that document set. I just said yes then. The handle multiple files upload topic got triggered. I will explain what is that. Now I am instructed to attach the files I want to upload to. Then I'll browse my files from my local device, and I will just attach them at a time. And I will just say, upload these files right. Then hit Enter. You can see all my 3 files uploaded to my document set I just created, right? This is for my debugging purpose. I have created something to get the document set, named dynamically. So all my files have been successfully uploaded. I'll just go to my document set in my document library. We can see that all my 3 files just came to my document set automatically. How nice, isn't it? And you see this, and this is my document set, and all my files came here. Now I will explain to you how I have developed this agent. First thing, I will show you what the tools are that I am using here. I have used Create File tool, Create New Document Set tool, Get Files Properties Only. I am using 2 sets of Get Files Properties Only tools. I will explain it why. First, I will explain Create New Document Set. This is the tool, and here I am passing the site URL. For the site address, I have passed my SharePoint site. I have selected it from the Site Selection drop-down list. Then for the document library name, I have selected the custom value here. Then I pass my custom document library, the document library where my files were uploaded, right? Then for the document set path, I did not pass it. I just left with the default value. Dynamically fill with AI. This value will be set by AI at runtime automatically. Then comes Content Type ID. This is a very crucial part of this, and I explained to you why I needed and copied the Content Type ID at the beginning, right? Here you need to pass that. Select the fill using choice as custom and pass the Content Type ID you had copied. Sometimes you cannot pass the Content Type ID here, as the value is long. You may get an error. You will not be able to save this configuration if you directly pass it here. So for that, what you can do is you need to go to this Code View. Open in Code View mode. Property name is Content Type ID, and for the value, pass your Content Type ID, then you will not get an error. After saving this, come out from the Code View. So, this is how I have done that. I was also getting errors. I was not able to pass from the UI. Now I'll go to the Create File tool. I have created a dedicated video about this topic on my channel, where I have explained how we can upload multiple files to SharePoint using the Create File tool. So I recommend you watch that demo of how smartly we can use this tool. The link will be given in the comment. This is the Create File tool I'm using. I'm passing this site address here. I am not passing the folder path here. I'll pass that dynamically from a custom topic, handle multiple files upload. I'll explain that in minutes. Then for the file name, I've selected custom choice and passed this value. Global.loop value1.name, and for the file content, I've passed this. global.loopValue1.content, right? These are coming from the custom topic global variable. That's it from here. Then what I'm using is two sets of the get file properties tool. I'm just passing here the site address and document library. This will check whether the document set exists or not before creating the new document set. Right then. From here also you can switch to the new tool, and this get files properties only tool also. I've created, and it also does the same thing, but I'm calling it from a custom topic, as I cannot call the other one if I call the other one. That will give the wrong value because I need to reset the connection and get the updated value from my document library. Alright then, I'll quickly go to my custom topi which I created. I'm going to my custom topic, handle multiple files upload. So here what I'm doing is, at first I'm calling the get files properties only, the second one. It is querying my document library and getting all the updated properties of that. For my scenario, I need the last created document set name. So using the last function, I am getting the last document set name I just created and storing it in a variable. You can see how I have constructed the last function to get the newest document set name. I need the newest document set name because I need to upload all my files to the newly created document set. That is the reason I am using this formula. So this is a really tricky one. This took a lot of effort to figure out for me, and I'm sharing it with you. Friends, for more Copilot Studio tips and tricks, please subscribe and support this channel. Your encouragement motivates me to keep creating valuable content for you. Now I am creating a global variable here. This will store all the files the user uploads in the chatbot. The files attached to the chatbot are stored in this system variable. System.activity.attachments. This system variable, I am assigning to my global file variable. This is the collection variable I've created. Now using the loop through a list action. I am looping through each file in this collection variable, and inside that, I have a variable called loop value 1. This is auto-created. You need to change the variable usage type from topic-based to global. Otherwise, we cannot use this variable inside the create file tool. I need to pass this inside the create file tool, as I had shown earlier, right? So that is the reason it must be a global type. Otherwise, I cannot use it outside the topic. Inside the loop, through a list action, I'm calling my create file tool. By the way, how you can add a loop through a list action. You need to go to this. Add a node, then variable management. Then list management, then you could see the loop through a list action. Then inside this loop, I am calling this create a file tool. We can add it from the add a tool and then tool tabs. This is the one create file tool I have added. Then I need to pass the folder path here. If you notice in the create file tool, I didn't pass the folder path. I went with the default value, which is that AI will fill out the value. Now inside the for each loop dynamically, I am passing this folder path. User need not to pass it automatically. This should be passed here in the folder path. So for that create file tool input, I have configured this. What I'm doing here is, I'm passing my document library path followed by the dynamic current document set name. To construct the dynamic folder path, I have used the string concatenate function. So here I am getting my last or newly created document set for my document library, and constructing the folder path that is passed to the create file tool dynamically. This is how files are uploaded to the right document set. That's all I'm doing here. I am done then. I just went to my create file tool file name and file content parameters. For the file name, I've passed global.loopValue1.name, and for the content, pass global.loopValue1.content. Where from these are coming? These are coming from the custom topic, handle multiple file uploads, global variable, which I just explained. Now I'll move on to the final setup in this demo. Let's see in the instructions section what I have written. I have written some instructions and prompts, like, follow the below instructions one by one. Do not jump to the next step until you have completed the previous step. Then I have passed the following instructions. When a user wants to create a new document set, ask the user to provide the document set name, and create a new document set with this name. For the document set path, pass this value as given in the example. Then what I am saying is while the user enters the document set name, you need to construct the document set path. The user will just enter the document set name they want to create. That is the reason I just passed the document set name and my agent created a new document set with that name. Though I did not pass document set path, I have given this example. The user will enter the document set name as test document set 1 and then construct the document set path like this example. So I have given the example in the instruction. Then what I am saying is before creating a document set, check whether the document set already exists. If document set is not found, create a new document set and store the newly created document set in this variable. You must return the document set link to the user. So that's the reason I'm getting the document set URL after it's created. Once the document set is created, ask the user whether they want to upload files into this document set, and this is how I am instructing to ask the user whether they want to upload a document to that document set, right? If the user agrees, prompt them to attach their files to the chatbot, then upload all attached files. By executing the topic, handle multiple files upload into the newly created document set in SharePoint. Finally, you must return the URLs for each file to the user. So basically I'm saying, if user wants to upload files, ask the user to attach those files to the chatbot, and call the handle multiple files upload topic and execute that. So that's how it is developed, and that's all about the configuration. This demo works like a complete project. You can apply the same technique in your own projects too. Let me know how it works for you. Thanks for spending your time with me. If you found this useful, don't forget to subscribe for more Copilot Studio tips. See you in the next one. Thank you.